took me a long time to realize this. It took me a long time to realize how toxic life inherently is. As an Ephilist, I believe that life in its current form is inherently toxic. The cycle of suffering, conflict, and inevitable decay makes me think that life is not really worth it. Furthermore, the propagation of life exacerbates these issues, as it continually reintroduces the suffering. This is why I'm also an antinatalist. The act of reproducing creates new generations that will inevitably face these issues that we all face. As more beings come into existence, the strain on the planet's resources get worse. From birth, all sentient beings experience hunger, fear, illness, and the constant threat of mortality. Even the most fortunate lives are marred by the eventual realization that everything, including relationships, accomplishments, even happiness, is all gonna end one day. In light of these realities, I argue that life should not be propagated. The cessation of reproduction would over time eliminate the sources of suffering, not just for the individuals born into the world, but also for the ecosystems that are destroyed to sustain human life. There is no inherent value in continuing the cycle of existence when the outcome is universally painful, both for the beings involved in the planet itself. By choosing not to propagate life, we would be making a conscious decision to help break free from the toxic loop that defines biological existence, allowing the planet and its inhabitants to eventually rest in peace with the need for further suffering. Finally, I align with the view that life, when examined from a cosmic perspective, is not a grand, meaningful narrative, but rather an accident of nature. The vastness of the universe, with its indifferent forces and laws, there's little evidence to suggest that life's emergence has any deep inherent purpose. Human life in particular seems to be a teeny blip in the grander expanse of time, struggling with its own impermanence. If the universe is indifferent and if suffering is inherent to the condition of being, then the most compassionate choice, in my opinion, from a rational and ethical standpoint, is that ceasing all life, the propagation of life altogether, by refusing to propagate it, we act in harmony with understanding that existence itself is not a gift, but a burden, and that alleviating suffering through non-existence is a more ethical and compassionate option than perpetuating the cycle of pain.